Mic test, mic test. Final mic check and we start. Okay, I think this one good to go, good to go. I think we are live, Okay, let me just test the mic, then we can start. 让我 test 一下麦克风。Mic test, mic test. Final mic check and we start. Okay, okay, can. Good to go. 903, 903, okay. Okay, I think we are back. Hey, thanks for everyone coming in. And then, same thing, we always start 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. GMT time zone plus 8. So sometimes a little bit of delay because of software. Hopefully things will work out today. Yesterday's stream was a bit choppy towards the end. Suddenly the OBS software just crashed like that. So hopefully this time it doesn't happen. And then, yeah, same thing. So 3 components each stream. So first stream, let's talk about the market sentiments, market in general, or some specific stocks I want to share with you all, and some of my position in the stocks. Second component is options. So today, I think the options component, maybe we do a more light-hearted one. Because I realized that yesterday, Monday, maybe Monday blues, everybody after work, all tired. So maybe I felt yesterday the topic was a bit too intensive for the option component. Like we talk about the cash flow, how we manage it, the different components, where money comes in from different areas of the different areas of the option view strategy. So maybe moving forward, Monday we do a lighter topic, not as heavy on options, maybe a lighter one. So today maybe we try to keep it a bit lighter. Maybe it's still Tuesday, then yesterday so heavy. Then maybe Wednesday and Thursday, if we see how we can do more intensive topics on options, that kind. And then, hey you, nice to see you. Hey, good to see you. You232, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by again. Thanks for dropping by. Happy to see. Hope you are doing well. Are you? By the way, are you still working? Is it like you still working or you retired, or you just end work? Is it or something? I hope you had a good dinner as well. Hope you had a good dinner. Good to see you. Good to see you. So today's stream, let's take it a bit more lighter. And also today, I want to talk about some of the news and event that's happening, especially this vending machine where investors lose millions in Singapore. I think even though it's Singapore, I will keep it towards the end in case some people are not interested in Singapore news. But I still want to talk about it because I think there are a lot of useful elements we can learn from. Really a lot of useful things. So that's the end of the part. So yeah, that's all. These 3 segments will form the stream for today. So today, right, let's talk about, yes, also you are still working, is it? Okay, hope your work was okay. Hopefully yesterday Monday blues not too heavy, and then you hang on for a while. I mean, Thursday, Friday, then Saturday, Sunday. So probably like a few more days, and then hopefully weekend comes and then you can have a good rest. I hope your day was good. Hope your day was good. Hopefully work not too fierce, not too tiring. Cause sometimes I know go workplace have to deal with nasty bosses, terrible colleagues, terrible clients. Aiyo. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Okay, we're going to start now. So I change the screen. Okay, my face on top right now. My face on top. Okay. Okay, so today I want to ask a question, especially yesterday someone messaged me. They come and ask about this. My top 3 favorite stock are Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet. So they say, if I'm interested in these 3 companies and I'm a new investor, how should I start? So personally, my take, okay, not financial advice. My personal take is all beginners or all new investors to the market. The best instrument I personally think is ETF. Any good quality, globally diversified ETF. Okay, not those not those high risk ETF like what TQQQ, that kind, those triple leverage, that kind of stuff. No. Any good ETF like IWDA, like domicile in Ireland, or even CSPX, or even things like VWR or D, that kind, those Vanguard funds, BlackRock funds that tracks the MSCI or global index, or even the S&P 500, all are ideal. Just make sure you figure out your local tax law, because some of the, like example, Singaporeans, you invest in S&P 500, you are subjected to 30% withholding tax. So it may not be so ideal. You may want to take look at those domicile in Ireland like IWD or even CSPX that tracks the SPY 500, but only 15% withholding tax. So different country has different state laws, estate tax law or tax issues. So if you are from the US, if I'm not wrong, some states actually has lower tax rate for some of the ETF. In fact, some dividends are even tax-free in certain states of the US. So depending on where you are, just figure out your local tax rules for this ETF, then pick an ETF, a good one. You should generally do well in the long run. But let's say, okay, let's say you're also interested in these three companies that I always harp about, talk about, that kind, wow, keep raving about it, because I'm so into these three companies. Okay, let's say you want to come onto the boat as well, Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet. This is what I will do. So let's say new investor, doesn't matter how old you are, if you are a new investor, personally, okay, personally, I will do a 50-50. So 50%, if let's say I'm so much conviction in Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, I'll put 50% for that, divided equally. So maybe about 33.33% for Alphabet, Microsoft, and Apple. Okay, so 1/3 spread evenly. Then the other 50% I will put into an ETF, be it SPY 500 or IWDA, that kind. Okay, so let me just share with you my own personal thought process. So firstly, number one, when you do something like this type of portfolio, you are trying to aim for a faster growth. When you pick selected stock like this type of tech company, you are looking for accelerated growth, like 15 or even 20% per year return by taking on more risk. So compared to ETF gives about 8 to 10% per year. They are much lesser risk. So the fact that you want a portfolio like that is that you hope to achieve faster growth using the Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, and the ETF like a contingency plan. So in short, the reason why I will allocate 50% to these three stocks, 50% to ETF, is to build a contingency system, or should I say portfolio. So I like to think in systems, be you want to call it portfolio, rules, regulation. My personal take is I always tend to think in systems, using rules to guide the system. So this whole system of this portfolio, okay, let's say I'm into it, I'm a beginner or whatever, I want to get into these three companies, that's how I'll build it. Okay, three of these companies and ETF as a backup. So the whole idea is, why three? Because I cannot predict which one will do well. Apple may not be the future, Apple may collapse. But remember I shared in my previous video, if you think logically, 99.9999% people in the world use one of these systems to communicate with computers or others via software. Every operating software in this world literally only have one option. You either choose Apple gang, or you choose Google gang, or you choose Microsoft gang. No other gang to choose, honestly. If you want to be able to write email, send email, talk to your client, talk to other corporate, other businesses, you have to use one of it. So if let's say Apple one day collapse, where do the user go? They have to go to either Microsoft or Google, right? There's no other really good options. Yeah, there are like Linux, some random OS operating software, or what, some other software like things like Xiaomi Hyper OS here and there. But honestly, they are not good enough. They are not compatible with a lot of software, a lot of issues, then a lot of sovereign defense and government concern. Like example, US, the biggest economy in the world, they probably don't want to use China's software because of security, all these things. So that's why buying all these three companies gives you some form of a backup, a safety, whereby you incorporate certain rules to this system. One of the rules is You cannot predict the future. So that's why you take into consideration when you build this portfolio system. So let's say Apple collapse. So all the Apple user will go to either Microsoft or Google. You are safe because you still hold these two companies. So all the revenue Apple has will have to go to Apple, will all eventually split among Google and Microsoft depending on the user where they want to go. So personally, when you have these three stocks, personal take is that you already have some form of very good contingency in case one goes down. So the remaining, the company that goes down, all their revenue likely will have to go to either the other two. Because like I said, these are the only three major operating software players in the world. Literally like a monopoly. And I also said before all the big reasons previously in the previous stream, if you were here, you know, they are like a monopoly, they are so-called too big to fail. So that's one part. Now, why do I still have an ETF component in this portfolio? Now, I share with you is because even though these three companies sort of like back each other up, but remember, sectors will tend to rotate. Some sectors will be hot certain years, some sectors will be not hot certain years. So it's a fact. So sometimes maybe even tech is growing. Maybe next year, like I think a few months ago, right, or last year, the sector moved towards oil and gas because of Straits of Hormuz, the Iran war. So sectors will always rotate in the market. Certain sectors will be hotter, some less hotter. Who knows in the future, which I think very possible is that energy sector, you know, eventually will also be hot eventually because you need energy to power all the AI system, all the tech system. So there will come a day, energy sector, oil and gas that produce energy, be it clean energy, nuclear energy, all kinds of energy, your own energy, your stamina energy, your bedroom energy, all these things will eventually turn hot one day. So that's why there's an ETF component in this portfolio. So in case sector rotates, because you buy ETF is like a top sectors, top 500 company in their sectors, example SPY 500. So if one day tech sector turn a bit colder, it doesn't grow as much, you have the ETF to so-called protect you or so-called give you another dimension for your portfolio to grow. So as a result, when you have a system like that, okay, Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet 50%, and then ETF 50%, you at least have a system that is more likely to function and survive long run and continuously grow. So that's the whole idea. When you want to build systems, be it in any area of your life, actually the truth is, be it you want to go running, go jogging, go exercise, always try to build system, especially in your portfolio or investing. Having a system that is robust will make sure that in the future things can turn south. You cannot predict the future, but you can still keep going. When you choose to all in into one stock, like all in Apple, all in Microsoft, honestly, your growth can be very explosive, but the system is not robust. There will come a day, your portfolio will sink or have a huge correction, and then your portfolio will drop significantly. Or when your sector, your particular company is no longer doing well, you will be in trouble. Just remember, when you all in into one stock, it's not because you are very confident or whatever reasons, it's because you fail or you refuse, more like you refuse to acknowledge its potential downside. That's why you all in. If you truly acknowledge the potential downside of all these actions, like all into one stock, you will know that it's a silly move. You will know that it is a silly move. Okay, people all in is because they refuse to acknowledge its downside. So the day you lose money, not because you're unlucky, not because the market not doing well, it's because you refuse, at that point of time, you refuse to acknowledge its downside. Okay, so that's all my sharing for this particular part. So I hope I answered the questions for new people who are interested in investing in Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet. If you already have this in your portfolio, that's good. Okay, hopefully it has been doing well for you. I think okay, if you have bought Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet years ago, or even like 1 to 2 years ago when I started doing, I think I started doing YouTube when, I think about 1 year ago when I started doing shorts video 1 year ago. If you have bought these three companies back then, likely you would have made some money, to be honest. Because if you look at the growth of these three companies for the past few years, they have been trending upwards. So if you have them in your portfolio, congratulations, you probably make money. If you are new and want to come on board with us, welcome you, but do bear in mind these three companies do carry risks. They are more risky as compared to an ETF. So hopefully with my sharing, I managed to give you all some other thoughts that you all can construct your portfolio in such a way if you are interested. Just my personal opinion, if I'm new to these three companies and I'm new to investment and I want to start something like that. So that's what I will do. 50% in these three companies, 50% in a good global ETF. Okay, hey, hello, Pirun. Hey, Pirun, nice to see you again. Hey, Yaf, good to see you again. Yaf, good to see you again. But by the way, we were chatting earlier, hopefully work was good for you all. And just now we were briefly talking about Monday blues. Then yesterday the topic was a bit heavy. So maybe today we do a lighter one, more relaxed. Yesterday we talked about option cash flow. Wow, like very intensive. So intense until my OBS software crashed on me, until I stream halfway it collapsed. So maybe today we do something more relaxed. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. By the way, if you were here in our previous stream, just feel free to say hello or even drop some comments like whether you are invested in these three companies or your takes. Okay, next one, let me just quickly share with you all my position right now. So usually I do a portfolio update once every 6 months or 1 year will do. But I do receive messages that tell me that try to give more frequent updates. So I see how maybe I will do like 3 monthly or 6 monthly portfolio update. But since this is a live stream, I share with you all immediately. Because every time I do a video, it takes some time for me to do a short. So I just share with you all right now my Apple, Microsoft, and Alphabet position. So very upfront, these three companies holds about 50% of my portfolio. Okay, 50% of my portfolio. Then within this 50%, last time Alphabet was the highest, like 50%. Then Microsoft was like 30% or 25%, Apple was at 25%. So right now I managed to rebalance a bit. Right now my Alphabet is about 40%, Microsoft is 30%, and Apple is 30%. So if you look at my past video, I always talk about buying Alphabet, keep buying and buying and buying. I don't know why, maybe I got an obsession or addiction to Alphabet. Keep buying non-stop in the last night. What, really addicted. If you see my long ago video, I always talk about Alphabet, 200 plus, buy, 300, buy, 330, buy, keep buying. So I managed to stop myself because I really have the control. I want to build a more balanced portfolio. So my target is to bring Alphabet to 33%, Microsoft to 33%, and Apple to 33%. So I want to share with you how I rebalance my portfolio. Most people, they will do it by taking profit. Example, Alphabet too much percentage, they will take profit, sell some, and then put into the other companies. Not for me. I've learned my lesson already that every time I sell a stock, it goes higher and I can never buy back. So I will never ever sell stocks nowadays except when I really need the money. So how I rebalance is I stop buying Alphabet. I totally stop touching Alphabet. I will instead spend all my money to buy Apple and Microsoft to bring up the percentage. So that's my style of rebalancing. I don't sell stocks. I just stop buying and then I buy others to rebalance the percentage. So just to share with you my style of rebalancing. And then like I said, if I need income, I also don't sell stocks. I sell options. Okay, I think most of y'all know I derive income from the options view strategy because I have to adapt to myself. You see, I have a habit of not selling stocks anymore. Literally not selling. I keep them forever if I can. Like hoarder like that, Oh, people hoard magazine, newspaper, toilet paper, dishwasher, machine, hoard until the whole house. For me, I will hoard stocks. Hoard and hoard and hoard. Yeah, so just to share is that because everyone has their own investing style, their own rules, their own system they are built in life. So you need to find strategies that you can input into your own system that you have created. So example, I don't sell stocks. That's the system I have built. That's the rule I have built. So I adapt by selling options because I need income as well. Let's be honest, I need income. I'm jobless now. If I don't sell stocks, don't sell options, where to get money? Right? So realistically, I have to incorporate this option view strategy, which has done well for me personally to get income. So just want to share with you what my investment style is like and my life is like. So hopefully that gives you some more ideas on how you can generate income or construct your portfolio. Just sharing my personal experience. So that's my style. I try not to read other people work article or copy video and then just repeat. I think that's not very useful to you all. I mean, if you all want to know about whatever other things, you all can go read the articles yourself or see other people's video. So hopefully I'm able to give you another dimension, another new perspective by sharing my own personal experience with you. So hopefully it's more valuable, okay? I hope so, okay? By the way, if you also have other thoughts, can let me know how you invest. Then I also can learn from you. Okay, that's it. So if you have any comments or questions, let me know. We are going to move on to the options part already. So I try to nowadays, the past few streams, I tend to talk a little bit more. So this time I try to be really concise to try to keep it to 1 hour, 9 to 10 o'clock. So make sure you cover angles. So same thing, 9:30, 7 more minutes, the market will open. Then we will go in and explore opportunities and any new plans that I make. So remember yesterday I told you about this Microsoft options that I'm going to sell. Yes, I'm going to update you on it. And I have a video on it I want to share with you also. Okay, since no other comments, let me see. Then we move on to the option component. Okay, let me just change screen a bit. Okay, so I put my options on top now. So let's just move on to the next segment. Options trading. So the first picture, in case you all don't know, is all the options holding I have. So open, let you all see, okay? So any questions on the position, you all can let me know. So first up, I want to share with you a little bit on one question first, okay? Let's quickly answer this question. So someone also asked me, yo, Pigeon bro, I'm quite busy, don't have so much time working, but I also have a bit of time that I want to try options trading. What do you think? So not financial advice, like I said, I cannot give financial advice whether you should do options or not. But I share with you what I will do if I'm still working and I'm a busy person. But still have some time to on and off see the market like 3 times a week, that kind. Just look at my screen for like 15 minutes a day, my brokerage account or my stock portfolio, like 15 minutes a day. So this is what I will do, okay? So if I don't have much time, and I want to trade options, I want to sell options, I will not trade those options that have low duration expiry date, low DT lah. DT stands for date to expiry. So things like 1 day to expiry options, 2 weekly, I will not touch it because this option expire too fast. You have to be very quick to react. Whether you want to roll the options or take assignment, you have to monitor very closely. So personally, if I'm busy but I still have some time, right, I will trade at least monthly options. Minimum is monthly. Preferably I will trade like quarterly. So when you have options contract that's longer to expire, like example 1 month, 3 months, or even 6 months to expiry, you have more time to actually react. So let's say example, you have Apple that expire in 3 months or 6 months. If suddenly Apple, let's say, has some bad news and it dropped by 10% or 5%, you may not get assigned immediately because you have a long duration. The time itself has value. The duration that expire itself has value. So you likely, depending on the valuation, if Apple didn't drop too much, it's likely that people will not assign, they will not exercise the option. Your buyer will not exercise, so you will still be safe. So because you have 3 months or 6 months example, you have more time to think of the options, whether you want to roll or you want to take assignment or you want to keep it there first and see how things go. Because when you give yourself more time, let's say Apple dropped 10% today, then there's, let's say, 6 months more. Very good chance that, or should I say potentially in 6 months time, you do have more probability that Apple can recover, the price can recover and move in your favor. The direction become your favor, moves in your favor, and then the contract will become profitable for you. Whereas example Apple, okay, Apple, let's say one day to expiry, today drop 10%. You think within a few hours or within that 24 hours, it can go back up 10% or more? Not possible. So that's why if you don't have time to monitor, then suddenly it dropped 10%, then you don't even realize you have been exercised, or you don't even have time to react to go and roll, or whether you want to take assignment, all these things. So in short, if I'm busy, just to summarize, okay, I don't have much time, but I still have some time, and I'm really keen to do some options. Yes, I will try to do like minimum 30 to 45 days date to expiry. Preferably, I'll do at least 3 monthly. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 7 months, 8 months, depending how many months you have. Because the more time you have, the more time for you to react. And also, like I said, selling options is about chasing probability. You want probability to be in your favor. More time means higher probability for the stock to potentially recover in the long run. Microsoft is a good example. You see, a few months ago, it crashed quite a bit, right? From like 550 to 380, 360. But in like 1 month plus or 2 months, it recovered back to 500. So imagine your day to expire options is like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. You do have more chance for it to recover. If you bought Microsoft option, you sold Microsoft option with 1 DTE or 1 weekly DTE, gone case. It drops so much, you have to take assignment and you will be losing money. So something for you all to consider, okay? So hopefully I managed to answer this question for those who ask me this. Okay, so now 2 minutes to market open. So let me just give you an update on my options position. Then we quickly go inside to look for opportunities. Let's make money together. So if you look at my first screen, okay, hopefully you can see. Okay, so you look at the first screen, my cursor, I click on the highlighted Microsoft put. I remember if you were here in the past few streams, you know that I didn't have any Microsoft put because I closed all of them at a profit already. But yesterday, Microsoft had a dip of about 3%. And I did say in the stream that likely I will initiate a Microsoft put position. So here you are, okay, live, honest, transparent, okay. So I have sold a Microsoft put yesterday, so I want to update y'all. And this Microsoft put position, strike price is 370 here. Okay, I also share with y'all in case y'all not sure how to read. So here, right, the arrow, the cursor there, that means the option will expire next year, March 2027, March 19. Strike price is 370. So if Microsoft doesn't go below 370, option will expire worthless. And I get to keep the premiums. How much is the premium? $7.84 per share. So remember, options are dealt in 100 shares. So I've collected $784. Plus minus, okay, because sometimes there's some options fees, commission fees, all these things. So about $780 I've collected. So just to share with you, in case some of you all also ask me, why become -1 so confusing? So this part I just take a chance to explain to you all. Do short video, a bit hard to explain, so here easier to explain to you all. When you sell an options contract, remember, it will always appear as -1. Why? Because remember, when you sell an options contract, you originally did not own any contract, right? When you sell anything, okay, when you don't have it, let's say example, I don't have any apple, I have no apples, but I go sell an apple. What is it? I mean, how does it, you probably can't even sell, right? But in the option world, you can sell even when you don't have it, just that it becomes -1. Okay, so like I said, let's say in a world whereby I can sell things without owning it, example, I sell apple without owning apple. So technically my status is -1 apple because I sold it without having it. So you all must wrap this concept here is that you are selling things without owning it. I'm selling a Microsoft put contract without owning it. So that's why it appears as -1 in your position portfolio. So hopefully that is clear. That's why it appears as -1. That's why when I say when you close contract, what do you need to do? You have to buy back. And when you buy back, you must pay money. So same thing, because I'm -1, to go back to 0, I need to +1. So I will buy a contract from the open market back. So depending on what price I want to buy, if let's say my profit margin is 50%, remember my target is 50%. So now I collected $780. So if my profit margin is 50%, I'll probably aim to buy back the contract at about $390. Okay, $390 is 50% of $780. So when I buy back the contract, it will cost me $390. But of course, I will make the difference, which is $390 also. then it will become 0. Correct? -1 now. I buy back the contract +1, right? -1 and +1 will give you 0. Then your contract here will disappear, become gray color. So hopefully I managed to explain this part in case you all want some clarity. Okay, so that's all for this options component. And also, some of you have requested for a video recording of this or live trade. Wow, yesterday I spent quite a bit of time to record this video. So I've done a short video on this process of how to click. I think Yaf also requested for it, Yaf. Hopefully not too long, hopefully you all bear with me. Thank you for your patience, because it really took me some time to learn this software, how to record all this OBS thingy. So I managed to record a short video on this part, on what buttons to click, all these things. Just a bit more refinement because I want to make it clearer. And then I try to publish it by tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow there will be a short on this particular contract. Then I share with you all what buttons I click, things to press, all these things. In fact, I also figured out the live part, how to show your live. But yesterday when we tried to do a live version, the moment I switched to the live, straight away OBS collapsed. So we see how, okay, maybe for now, live, maybe we see how, maybe towards the end we can try. I scared OBS collapse halfway again, then we have to restart the whole stream. So just to share with you all, okay, this is my new position, and hopefully OBS gets better, don't crash so often, then we can maybe do more live as well. But having said that, live I only can show you to a certain step, because when I progress to the next step, it shows you some sensitive details about, but during the order confirmation page, there's some sensitive detail. So maybe that part I cannot go further, but doesn't matter because that part is more like just confirmation. You just click confirm, then you just wait for assignment. That's all. Yeah, I also appreciate your patience, Yaf. I know you requested this for quite some time also, so it took me some time to do it. So after I publish the video, you all can see the steps are slowly what button I click with all the instructions step by step. And I try to do it as a short, like 1 minute plus only. It's only like 1 minute 15 seconds like that, the video. So hopefully it is short and concise and straight to the point enough with enough details. But don't worry if you are not clear or if you still have some questions, just put in the comment, or even better, ask me directly on the live stream here. Ask me, hey, why this button I click doesn't go to that button. You all just ask me straight on live stream. I will try my best to answer them. Okay, market open. Okay, so just quickly, I want to give you a little bit of my thoughts on the Microsoft put. Okay, just a quick reason. The how part, you all can see in the video. I will try to publish tomorrow. But the thought process behind why Microsoft put. Okay, number one, I'm a fan of Microsoft. Okay, my top holding, I have a strong conviction in it. I don't mind getting assignment. You think logically, Microsoft now is like what, $500, right? Or $480, $90. If I can buy Microsoft at $370, I don't mind. Very happy to take assignment. Now, second reason is also because if you look at all the puts I have on top, I don't have Microsoft puts. So I want to diversify a bit. Imagine I only sell Apple puts. One day Apple goes down, I have to take all the assignment, I'll be in trouble. So as much as I talked about diversification earlier for stocks holding, the same principle applies for options also when you're selling options. If you don't diversify across different companies, the day one particular company closes down or don't do well, you have to take all the assignment from that company. Likely it will bust your portfolio or account, depending on how far you stretch. So that's also one of the rationale why I want to sell a Microsoft put yesterday. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some rationale. There are other rationale I said before, I won't repeat it in case you're like, hey Pigeon bro, don't keep repeating, you might as well call yourself parrot investment, keep repeating parrot here, parrot there. Then annoying, okay? So I don't overly repeat. So that's it. So hopefully that's share with you all my rationale on the Microsoft put. So you all have questions or maybe comments about put options, selling options, or maybe you also have done it. You also can share with me what other stocks you all look at. And then I also can learn from you. Okay, market open. So you see the middle screen, all the light flashing. let's go in and identify some opportunities, okay? So how we do this stream is always when market opens, we will go in and take a look, have a discussion, and then I will share with you my thought processes and plans. What I plan to do, like sell options, close options, I will let you all know upfront. Wow, today market like dropped quite a bit. Okay, so let me just see. Can see, let me see. Okay, yeah, I can. So the middle screen, okay, let's take a look. So Intel down, AMD down, okay, SpaceX. Okay, Nvidia is down a bit. So honestly, I also quite tempted to sell Nvidia options, but like I said, I have quite a bit of Nvidia put options already, so I have to control myself a bit. So I don't want to overexpose myself to Nvidia positions. Plus Nvidia result coming soon, I think next week or something. So I want to be a bit more wary. Okay, SPY down 0.5%. Okay, Alphabet still down. Well, Alphabet like getting more and more attractive. Okay, I tell you upfront first, okay. If Alphabet were to drop to $300, okay, I give you all my own take first, $300, I will quickly sell a put and I will buy some shares. Yes, I know I have quite a bit of Alphabet already, but I still can take in a bit more if the price really drops significantly. Since if it's at a huge discount, you see Alphabet peak is 400. 400 to 300, that's like almost like what, a 25% discount. So to me, that is quite a big margin of safety for me. So I don't mind adding some position. But of course, I won't buy like 200 shares of Alphabet. Maybe I'll buy like 20, 30, depending. I'll update you all. But just share with you all my thoughts right now. But of course, Alphabet, I have quite a bit of position, so I'm trying my best not to buy. But if it's at such a huge discount, cannot miss, discount must buy. Okay, so just share with you some of my thoughts. And then, okay, so SPY, actually I don't mind another put option on SPY, but not at this price, because I think I have like 2 or 3 SPY put now. So if SPY can dip a bit more, I don't mind selling a SPY put that is far out, because I did share before in my previous stream that I foresee the global economy, especially the US economy, will likely at least trend sideways or go up in the long run, especially with Trump being the president. He wants DJI, Dow Jones Index. That time he claimed that it will double up, and he's definitely someone who likes to push the stock market upwards. So as a president, he has a lot of power. So my take is to take advantage of this situation. I definitely would want to position myself in the SPY put. So likely SPY put can trend higher, expire worthless, and I can keep the premiums free of charge. Okay, not say free of charge. There's a risk involved. Okay, so let me see what else. Yeah, so that's all for, I think today's the option opportunity when selling cash cover puts. Okay, Nvidia looks tempting, but I can't really take because results coming. I don't want to expose myself too much risk. So mainly I'm just looking at SPY and Alphabet. So if they can dip more, I will likely sell a cash cover put. So we see what happens tonight. Unlikely, I don't think Alphabet can drop from $340 to $300 tonight. I don't think so. But SPY, it might dip a bit. So if SPY can dip like 1.5 or even 2%, see how, no guarantee. If it can dip that much by tonight, yes, I will initiate a put position. So just to share with you, okay, my plan for tonight. We will see how so remember, if the prices doesn't drop the target or your aim, don't be greedy, don't die have to keep selling. So I also want to share with you one thing here. One of the way to use the option view strategy correctly is that you don't have to sell options every day. You don't have to trade options every day to make money. I know some people have this thought, I don't know why, some people have this thing that they must keep trading. They must keep making position. They must keep having actions, Wow, buy, sell, buy, sell. Feel like they are some professional trader like that. Actually, that's a fatal mistake when you come to the option view strategy. Remember, your idea is to make money consistently, not every day. There will be days whereby there are no trades to make. It's okay. Just leave the computer on, then go play some games or sleep early. It's okay. You don't have to trade every day to make money consistently. There's a difference. So remember, if you are someone who die every day must click here, click there, buy, sell, trade, then maybe option selling not very ideal for you. So the keyword is you have to be patient. If there are no opportunities, it's okay. Market is open Monday to Friday. You have 1,000 more days down the road to trade, to buy and sell, to open and close options position. So tons of chance. So don't need to be every day must trade, okay? So I just share with you all my cash cover put plans. If prices don't hit my level, I won't trade. So let's now look at the prices that has went up. So potentially can close any cover call. Alibaba go up, good news, good news. So I shared before, I plan to close my China position soon. I hope Alibaba can go up to 150160 to stem my losses. Because if I close down, I will lose a lot of money. So hopefully Alibaba goes up more, then I can faster sell. Tencent also, China stock, please go up more. ExxonMobil, Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft is up a bit, 0.5%, and then Palantir, okay. Okay, I think that's amount. Okay, Apple go up to 306. Let me just quickly share a few my Apple thought, okay. So remember that time I talked about buying Apple at 300, 305, which I did. I think if you all watched my short a while ago, I thought I bought 20 shares. Yeah. In fact, the past few streams I talked about Apple. So remember, Apple peak was 330 about that. Then it dropped to 300. Then hover around 305. Then I just buy 20 shares. So I want to share with you my thoughts about this Apple when I bought the shares. So yes, there's a 10% discount is enough for me. But the reason, one of the key reasons that really pushed me to buy Apple is I'm very afraid Apple will never go below 300. Yes, Apple is actually honestly overvalued. Like I think one of the user Fatty said before, one of the person here, right? Fatty suggested that Apple was actually overvalued, which I agree. Apple is indeed overvalued, but we also have to bear in mind, Apple may not drop price further. Okay, so Apple, the problem with Apple is that, hey, Fatty, I see you. Okay. Hey, sorry, Fatty. Like I said, I didn't see your comment here, but it appears here. Hey, thanks for dropping by. Later, I'll address your comments. So I remember Fatty did share with us that Apple is overvalued at, I think, quite a high PE. Let me just read it. Yes, correct. Okay, can. So he's not wrong. Okay, Fatty is not wrong. But why I still buy is because as much as we cannot predict when Apple will go down or go up, right? It goes vice versa, You don't know when is a good chance to buy Apple, when is a good chance to sell Apple. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the best time. So why I'm so pushed to buy at that point of time, even though I acknowledge Apple has room to drop further, it's because who knows, Apple continue to just trend upwards. Yeah, it dropped to 300, then 305. What if Apple never goes to 280, never goes to 290? It just keeps trending upwards, just fly up the sky. And I cannot buy. So that's why I just want to build a position quickly because I don't mind buying Apple and my portfolio, like I said, Alphabet is quite high in percentage, Apple is quite low, so I don't mind increasing my Apple more aggressively. So that's why it pushed me quickly to just capture Apple at 305 or 303, I can't remember the exact price. Even though I do agree there is huge potential that it could come down to 280, 290. But I cannot predict the future. I follow this rule, so I just buy it. So just want to share with you all my thought process on why the time I just have to quickly buy Apple. You see now Apple 307 refused to drop. So I also want to highlight, if you go and study Apple price trend, they have a habit of defying the gravity. If you know, like 1 to 2 years ago, China said something like because of the tariff war, China wanted to stop buying some Apple product or something along that line. Apple has some like increased cost of raw material or the tariff war, and Apple was facing a lot of headwinds and a lot of negative sentiments on Apple. But Apple stock price defy all gravity. It continued to trend upwards and never come down. And during that quarterly earnings, I remember Apple announced super good result. and it flew even higher. So that's why Apple has a habit of defying all odds. So that's why even though the forward guidance is not so good from the management, okay, previously, it may just defy gravity and just continue the trend upwards. So I don't want to miss out and I just quickly buy it. Because to me, 10% discount from all-time high is not bad already. Okay, so that's all I want to share about Apple. Okay, now let me just quickly look at any position for me to close. So that's all for the stock market today that I want to talk about. So hopefully I managed to share with you all my thoughts. Okay, let me see any chance to close my position. Okay, let me just flip for you. I flip over to the other side. Okay, wait, let me see. Wow, okay. Microsoft put, I'm now a bit profitable. Microsoft put is now 0.5% profitable. So you can see our options move really fast. Yesterday I bought Microsoft put, I sold Microsoft put. Today I'm up 0.5%. In one day up 0.5%. So just bear in mind, if you do options, when you sell options, be ready for those high volatility price swing. So if you someone who cannot take it out, one day can up 0.5%, a few weeks can up like 30-40%, then options may not be suitable. Just remember, options move very fast, way faster than the stock price. Okay, so if you look at the screen, first screen, okay, my cursor there, I have 3 NVIDIA puts. So it has come down to 38%. So you know my profit margin is 50% or at least 40 plus. So for these 2 NVIDIA puts, I will wait a while more. I hope that NVIDIA can eventually, these 2 positions, I will plan to close about 42% or even 40% because I want to avoid the upcoming results. And I don't want to wait like what, 8 months or 10 months to capture the remaining 60%. I think the ROI not really there. Okay, let me see. You see my SPY put. Okay, second SPY put. My first picture on top, first screen. My SPY put is 41% profit already. Woohoo! 41%. So I'm actually up about 1.9k. Okay, so SPY put, to be honest, if sold at a further duration, it's just my own personal thing, not financial advice, please. My whole entire stream is not financial advice. So SPY put, personally, when you sell a lower strike price at a long duration, generally my take is it should likely do well in your favor. That's my own take. Okay, not financial advice. Remember, things can go against you. Options puts can be risky. SPY put can be risky. But generally, ETF put like SPY options tend to be more stable as compared to individual stocks. That's why their implied volatility, if you go look at the screen, that time I talk about IV, it's like only 10%. Compared to NVIDIA, implied volatility can be 40%. So you can see how fast the price swing. So yeah, just want to share with you why I like to sell SPY put that is far away with a lower strike price, especially 0.2 deltas. I feel it's a sweet spot personally for me. So I've been farming SPY put for very long, and so far, honestly, of the 100 over SPY put I sold, only like 3 I got assigned only. Only like 3 or 4 I got assigned, that's all. Just want to be honest. But of course, if you are greedy, you sell like 0.3 delta, 0.4 delta. Okay, you're up to you, it's your own personal preference. Then more likely you could get assigned as compared to like 0.2 delta or 0.1 delta. Okay, so that's all for my options today, my plan. So that's the recap. And then let me just quickly answer some questions, then we go to the last part already. Last part, I want to chit chat about this vending machine business in Singapore, okay? How people lost $4 million investing in this business. Are you still trading? Okay. Okay, yeah. So I never trade 0 DTE. I only trade at least 1 DTE. So just to clarify. So I think I said before in the past, 1 DTE very tiring, to be honest. Very strong. I'm still doing it, to be honest, but I think at a much lesser frequency now. Why? Because I think really physically and mentally strenuous on me. Because every night I look at the market very intensively, like security guard, like control. Worse than security guard. Security guard can sleep, right, sometimes. They can talking sleep, right? Security guard can laze off, malinger or whatever, go sleep. But options 1DT a bit hard to sleep. Macam like the air control traffic, like controller, right? Wow, very strong, and all the plane flying here and there, you must tell them where to go. So personally, I reduced my 1DT trading to much more. I mean, I still trade when the market looks favorable, but honestly, I can tell you upfront, I've been reducing it. So I see how it goes. Maybe I will continue a while more, or maybe I will stop eventually. I just want to share with you why I don't do 0DTE. Because personal experience, okay, personal take. Different people has their own ideas about 0DT or 1DT. 0DTE don't have much theta to farm or time decay, to be honest, as compared to 1DTE. 1DTE, at least, there's still a little bit time to extract the time value, the decay value, which is the theta factor, okay? So that's why I don't touch 0DT, because nothing to farm. It's like the meat already all gone. What's there for me to skin or scalp, you call it? Whereby 1DTE, there's still a bit of theta value for me to like scalp and earn from there. Okay, 0DT, I feel, okay, just my personal take, it's more like gamma farming. I think people farm gamma on 0DT, whereby they farm the rate of the delta change and differences. I can't remember exactly because I don't use that. But back then when I was studying 0DT and 1DT or 1 weekly DTE, I realized 0DT tend to farm that aspect more. So that part, maybe if you are keen, you can read up or ask ChatGPT to give you more idea. Yeah, so in short, I don't do 0DTE. I do 1DTE at least, but I reduce significantly. Okay, I know just now got some comments from your. Let me just quickly go through. Okay, have a CSP or SPJ, financial toll booth. Are you still about? Yeah, correct. So Fatty, I agree that 30 to 45 DTE, date to expiry, is actually so-called a sweet spot. Remember I talked about 30 to 45 DT, so-called back-tested, proven historical data, blah, 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 okay? That is the ideal sweet spot to get the best in terms of risk-reward ratio, and the spike, or should I say the rate of theta farming, right, the time decay is the fastest during this period. So you can actually so-called extract the maximum amount of value. So, but I also have said before, okay, in the past, I also want to caution is that if you sell all your contracts between 30 to 45 DTE, the day, if let's say during that period of time, maybe market is down for like 3 months, you will be in trouble. That's why you try to stagger it over a long period of time. Okay, not financial advice. If 30 to 45 DT works for you, any one of you, then please continue doing that. But personal experience, I've done it before. I sold too many contracts between 30 to 45 DTE, and there was a market down period at time, and I have to take quite a bit of assignment and roll a lot over to a longer period, meaning I close at the loss and sell a further one. So that part was actually where I learned that really have to stagger more. Not put so many on 30 to 45 DT. Stagger them over a longer period of time, so you have more time for the market to recover. But 30 to 45 DTs really gives you one of the best risk-reward ratio, to be honest. But remember, to keep the option wheel strategy sustainable, cannot be greedy, okay? It's your own personal take. I just share with you my personal experience also. If you put all into this 30 to 45 DT, there will come a day, trust me, there will come a day, all the contract will be assigned to you at one go. You will be in trouble at that time. So that's why you could give out a bit on the gains. Yeah, do more risk management. Give out a bit on the gains. Cap your gains a bit. Spread it over a longer period of time. Yes, you will earn lesser money, lesser premiums. But remember, our aim is to keep the wheel spinning, the option wheel strategy spinning. We don't want it to stop. We want to keep making money consistently throughout the year. So that's why personal take, just sharing with you all, staggering them over a longer period of time gives you more longevity, gives you more flexibility to keep the wheel spinning. Okay. Yeah, risk management very important. Strategy to protect downside. Yeah, you also got burned before. Okay. Yeah, so Fatty is also a seasoned option seller lah. Okay, I want to tell you honestly, anyone who sell options long enough, there will be one day you get burned, okay? So it's through experience, that you get burned, then you learn. So I also share with you, I got burned also during the 30 to 45 DT. I sold too many, I got burned. So that's why I now stagger. So you can see very transparent. You see my first screen. I have few months, 2 year, 1 year, 1.5 month, few week, monthly, all over. Okay, because I learned my lesson. Okay. Yeah. Hey, no lah, Fatty, I'm sure you are seasoned, okay? Don't so humble. Fatty say that he's not as seasoned as me. I think he's lying. He's probably more experienced than me. Okay. Hey, good to hear from you, Fatty. Good to hear from you. Thanks for sharing all these things. So Fatty, you have strategies that protect your downside. Do share with us, since you said that you have strategies to potentially cover downside. So do share with us so we can learn from you also. So just to summarize this part, okay, so remember, option wheel strategy cannot be greedy, cannot be impatient. The whole idea is to keep the wheel going and make money consistently. Okay, 9:58 already. Okay, let me just spend 5 minutes like that. We cover the last part, okay? Hey, if I miss any comments, please repeat, okay? Because sometimes, like I said, it doesn't appear here, or it appears here but not here, vice versa. Feel free to repeat in case I miss out something. Okay, last part. I want to share with you this vending machine guy, okay? Vending machine man. Okay. Hey, any questions, feel free to let us know, or let me know. In fact, not just let me know, you put in the chat, people can also answer you. Because we have a lot of experienced people here, like, example, Yafa, Piru, I'm sure all of the viewers here, not everyone is super seasoned, but I'm sure they have something good to share with you, share with us. So if you have questions you put in, they can also contribute and try to address your inquiry. Hey, so Fatty, don't forget to share with us, if you can, up to you, okay? Share with us how you protect your downside for the option selling part. So we also can learn from you as well. Okay, last part, Singapore news. Okay, I keep Singapore news this type of chit-chat at the last part because some of y'all may not be interested to know about Singapore news or some of the chit-chat session. So if y'all need to go to bed already, tomorrow need to work, y'all are done already, okay, y'all can definitely close the stream and go have a good rest. But if you don't mind, stay back 5-10 minutes, we have a quick chit-chat about this vending machine, okay? So I give you all a quick recap. This news is actually just appeared recently in Singapore. So there's this guy, okay, I think he's called Lim. Just call him. His online moniker is called Takashi Lim. Okay, Takashi Lim. Okay, let's just call him Takashi. Okay. So he's actually someone who was a PHV driver last time, become a vending machine boss. Then when he become a vending machine boss, he go around looking for investment until it totals up about 4 million. So not bad, This guy actually can able to convince and pitch a vending machine business to a lot of people. To the point people are willing to pour money into him up to $4 million. So not bad on this part. So what he do is he will go around to meet potential investor very well dressed up. He will deck himself in all the branded goods like Gucci, Hermes, Hermes, all these things. And he drive Lamborghini, Audi, all this, So he know how to market himself. Wear all the branded goods, like he very rich. Then he go around to talk to investors. So investor maybe probably impressed by that and then start putting money and invest in him. So straight away, I tell you, this is a red flag. If you go look at those rich people and successful people, be like Mark Zuckerberg, Sutaya Pichai, Google CEO, or even Jensen Huang, or all the successful investor, businessmen, they don't do this. Most of them don't wear branded goods or drive an expensive car. So when people appear like that, straight away you must be very wary, These type of people clearly want to show their wealth to impress you, so you invest in them. So personally, if if I'm going to invest in any businesses, if someone like to wear very expensively, straight away I don't dare to invest in it. Red flag already. Unless that person, is like a super passionate person about car, example. He like to drive expensive car, not because he want to show off, because he's passionate about all the Audi, 8, A8 engines, all the various engine, all these called, what Hitashima, what Takashima, all the various engine, all the hit car. So some people are passionate about cars, so they drive expensive car. I understand. But when someone wear all the expensive goods, drive all the expensive car, come and talk to you about investing opportunities, straight away red flag already. Straight away red flag. Remember, rich people don't do that, okay? Rich people don't. So I tell you, over a three-year period, he managed to get about 40 investors. They're pumping 4 million to him with a promised return of 5 to 10%. 5 to 10% only, and he managed to get a total investment of 4 million. So you can see, people who don't know the stock market really at a huge disadvantage. Imagine if people tell you, you put money in me, I can assure you about 5 to 10% return. Straight away, you can think already, if you're well versed in the market, you know that even a SPY 500, a global ETF, can give me about 8 to 10% return. Why would I want to invest in you when it's only like 5 to 10% return? So I can tell you upfront, a lot of these investors likely not well versed in the stock market. If you are well versed, example, some of you all, right? I'm sure some of you all know the stock market well, have invested in ETF. You all know that you can get about 8 to 10% per year from ETF. Why would I want to invest in this vending machine business? Don't make sense, right? Vending machine is just one sector, one entity. ETF is like thousands or hundreds over company combined. Way more diversification, way more safety. So I want to tell you upfront is that people who are not knowledgeable about stock market or maybe never use the stock market really at a huge disadvantage. So just want to share with you all that. Okay, so there's one person, even more funny, there's a financial advisor, so-called insurance agent in Singapore. This person called Kevin Lin put in $484,000, about there, okay? Okay, so around 500K, okay? So this financial advisor put in about 500K into this business. Financial advisor, That's what I hate to say. I'm not saying the financial advisor in Singapore is bad or they suck, no. But the truth is, a lot of self-proclaimed financial advisors in Singapore, they are not very good with finances, to be honest. Yeah, they are so-called approved by the MAS, Singapore Money Authority of Singapore, because they have some certificate or maybe attend some courses, so they are certified financial advisor. But I tell a lot of financial advisors in Singapore are quite terrible. They are good at selling ILP, investment policy, or give bad advice because they want to earn commissions, okay, let's be honest. So that's why this financial advisor has put 500K into this business. Let's be honest, would you do that? Most of you won't, right? You all know the stock market can give you all probably a better return. Why would I want to put into this vending machine business? So remember, don't just take advice from self-proclaimed financial advisor anyhow. Please do your due diligence, learn from every people, do your own research. Including me, don't listen to me for any financial advice. I only speak bird language, 脚尾, pigeon talk, like that. That's all my words are coming out from my mouth, not financial advice. So always remember, when it comes to financial advice, please go and hear from some professional, various professional, not just insurance agents, okay? Learn from various people, do your own research before you decide whether you want to invest or not. Okay, so in short, okay, in short, all these 40 investors, at first this guy will pay out the 5% return per year. Even at the start he keep paying, but in just a few months, right, like a few years, the payment stopped. Okay, he's no longer paying out because the vending machine business is no longer doing well, no longer delivering returns. And then after a while, recently, right, he went MIA. Very classic, right? Give you pitch a business idea, gather investor, show off all my richness, like, you know, all my expensive attire, my Audi 8, vroom, 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 my Ferrari, you know, vroom, 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 vroom. Then eventually I pay a bit first. Then people keep getting more investor in. Then after a while, bye-bye, thank you very much. So in short, just to summarize is that when you want to do this private business investment, remember, if it's a legit business like this, you know, it's not a scam. He does have this vending machine business, but it's clearly not making money. People probably never really go and read his reports or investigate deep enough. So unfortunately, I hate to say, most of the time, these type of cases, right, police can't really do anything because it's a contract. Usually there's a contract for you to sign when you invest in this type of business. You know, it will tell you all the clauses that, you know, it's not a sure win thing. There's no guarantee you can get back your return because it's a business. So investor, if you put money in, business gone, bye-bye. That's it. So just bear in mind when you want to invest in this type of businesses. So it's the same thing, you know, you invest in stock, it's the same thing. The risk is there for you to take. No one force you to click some button to invest in or to buy some stocks. No one force you to do that. So just bear in mind, please always do your due diligence. There's no such thing as guaranteed sure to make money. No such thing. Okay, so this person give me a good idea, you know. This person give me an inspiration. So maybe one day, I also can run my own pigeon fund, you know. I don't call it vending machine business. I call it pigeon investment business. So I go around, also can capture people, you know. Not say capture lah, I go and pitch my business idea. Come invest in me. Then I can give you potentially 5% return also. So now he gives me a very good idea. You see, let's say example, I can generate like 12 to 15% a year, right? So if I can get investor to invest in me, then I give them 5% a year return. Then the remaining 5 to 7% I can keep for myself, you know. Very profitable, right? So he give me an idea, you know. I can run my own pigeon fund next time. Just joking lah, okay? Just kidding. I'm not good enough, okay? I'm not skilled enough, not knowledgeable enough. I'm not licensed. I'm just a random pigeon, anyhow speaking all the stupid languages, okay? But really, no, you know, I'm quite not say shocked lah, but I'm just quite impressed that, you know, just pitching an idea that can give you 5% return, 5 to 10% return, can get so many investors, you know. Whereby we know, most of us, we are quite seasoned in the stock market example. You know, ETF can give you 10%. So imagine you collect all the money from people, you just pay them out 5%. Then the 10% you make, right, minus 5%, you still can keep 5%, you know. Quite profitable. Plus, it's a business, it's not guaranteed, right? So you can tell them, I will try my best to pay you 5% per year, but not guaranteed. Okay, so just a kidding lah, okay, just a joke, just a leisure chat. Okay, we'll be ending the stream soon. So just want to share with you all that this vending machine business and that investment always carry risk. So please be careful. So it's also serve as a warning for all of you, myself also. But yeah, hopefully one day, there will be a day I can run my own fund. Hopefully there's such a day. Okay, just kidding, just kidding. I'm not good enough. Okay, so that's it for the stream. I won't hold you all back. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for dropping by. So hopefully, in the future, OBS stop crashing on me. I try to update the software. Then we can do live trade. But don't worry, yesterday the trade I recorded it. So you can see in the short that I'll publish. The short video I publish tomorrow, you all can see. But hopefully in the future, the software I managed to figure out better. We do more live trade. Or even potentially, I'm thinking of doing 1DTE live, but I think it's very hard because I have to monitor the whole day. I don't think people will stay on the stream for 8 hours just to see the screen keep changing number. I think it's too boring. People are also tired. Okay, so we see what happens in the future. And if you have any feedbacks or things you want to see, let me know. I try my best to accommodate. And yeah, so live trading, showing you all the live process of how to click the button is something I hope I can do without the software crashing. So hopefully that will happen. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much. We go comment. I just cover some comments, then we call it a day. Okay. He pitched and got his son tutor to invest 100k and personal 100k. Wow. Like that also can get so much investment, you know. Wow, he must be quite skilled in talking. Must be able to really very convince. His son tutor to invest 100k, you know. Wow, imagine, okay, just a bit more excited, okay. Imagine I can get 4 million of investment in me. 4 million. So let's say I be humble, okay, let's say I be humble. I generate only 10% a year from the stock market. That's 400k, you know. So out of 400k, maybe I pay 5% to my investor, 200k. I still can keep 200k, you know. So if one day I can get investor to invest 4 million in me, wow, I will grow my portfolio at a super accelerated rate, you know. I don't have to loan from the bank, you know, at high interest rate or a small amount of loan. I can easily grow by 200k more per year while making sure I give 200k to all the investors every year. Wow, very profitable, very profitable. he must be very good with his speaking and his speech. Okay, but I say a trader also good. Another perspective. Put, okay. So the market down. So the market down, then I make money. Down too much. So Fatty is sharing about things like iron condo, butterfly, or shredder, all the different kind of strategy. So you all know lah. I mean, I did talk about option strategy. That there's actually a lot of option strategy. Okay, iron condo, butterfly, lizard monitor, many things. So different strategy will allow you to farm or earn money from different perspective when the market up or down. But personally, I've shared before, I don't talk about all this strategy because I tried everything. Most of them cannot make money consistently for me, okay, personally. The one that consistently make money is the option view strategy. That's why I went all in the option view strategy and only talk about option view strategy. I don't want to talk about things that I hardly use or cannot make money for me at least. I think I'm not giving enough value because option view strategy, I use it a lot. I'm quite seasoned in it, so I'm confident to share more because it keeps making me money. And if you have been in the previous past stream, you know we did make money. You know, we closed Apple put, we closed Microsoft put, Nvidia put. We all make money, I mean, based on the stream. So this strategy has worked for me. So I only talk about that. Okay. Okay. So that's all. Thank you so much, everyone. I don't hold your back. It's already 10:15. Thank you for your patience and being with me. I see you all tomorrow. My stream is Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. Time zone is GMT +8. So I see you all tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by. And then if any questions, just let me know and I try my best to answer. Tomorrow I will update you all whether I initiate any position on SPY put, Alphabet, or do I close any position. Okay, see you all everyone. Bye bye. Hey, good to see you all. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for saying hello. If you are lurking, never chit chat, also thanks for dropping. Thank you very much, you, Pirun, Yav, Fatty, also. Hey, good to see you all. Hey, see you all tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.